Hey folks, it's Chad again here at Airstream in Greensboro, the RV1 store here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I'm here with, or back with, a really exciting video. It's going to be a fun video to do, and that's going to be a Bambi versus Caravel video. So here in our showroom, in our Airstream in Greensboro store, I've got behind me a Caravel 22 FB, and then right over there is a 2023 Bambi 22 FB. Now, a question I get a lot in emails and in person is, what is the difference between the Caravel and the Bambi? Why is the Caravel more expensive? And well, I wanted to make a video that I can easily send out to answer that question. Now, there is a really good blog post that Airstream has on their website that discusses this. I'll link that below, as well as a video that Airstream did themselves. But just to kind of quickly hit some of the main things, really probably the things that make them makes the price difference. What actually makes that price difference is kind of what I'm trying to say there. Now, as far as the Caravel and the Bambi, the build quality is going to be the same. When it comes to the aluminum construction, when it comes to the axles, you know, the aluminum roof, aluminum underbelly, that's all going to be the same. You have the same installation, the EcoBat installation in both of these. What's going to be different is going to be really the touches and finishes, and a few appliances are going to be different. So I'm going to hit some of your main things that are going to be different in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below or shoot me an email. All my contact information is below, as well as my cell phone number. Feel free to reach out if you want to know something specific about one of the floor plans. Now, as far as the Bambi and the Caravel goes, those floor plans are going to basically be the same. Like I said, it's going to be the touches and finishes that's different. So if you're looking at the 22 foot versus the 22 foot, it's the same floor plan, the 20 and 20 same. What's going to be different, however, is kind of the, like I said, touches and features. So let's jump into that now. So to hit kind of a couple at the same time, on the Caravel, you're going to have that aluminum step there. You're also going to have this really nice bumper that's right here with the Caravel, and you have the option to add the window awnings, as you can see there. And under that is going to be that really nice Airstream window that you've kind of come accustomed to seeing, especially on the Flying Clouds and going, you know, up in the lineup. So International, Globetrotter, Pottery Barn, and so forth. And then the side window awning, you also have the option to get that. And you're going to see these port windows here, as well as that window that will open almost 90 degrees. So this is going to be what you get on the Caravel. And now looking at the Bambi, as you can see, you're going to have the steel step. That's the same step that you get on the base camp. So if you've seen a base camp in person, it's basically the same step. That's something that Airstream purchases and brings in. And then you're also going to see a really smooth looking rear end to the Bambi. So there's no bumper right there, so you're going to lose that storage. But it does look really nice and sleek. You're also going to see that different window there. So this is a window that Airstream purchases and just installs. Whereas on the Caravel, you're going to have that window that Airstream makes themselves. Now, the glass they don't make, but the frame, the hinges, all that kind of stuff they're going to do. And then, as you can see, there's no window awnings. That's not an option on the Bambi to even be able to install that. And you're losing that really cool looking port window. I will say, though, you do get more actual glass surface with the Bambi in this window here that's going to be over the sink on the inside. And then, of course, you'll see that window there. Now, only this bottom section here is what's going to open up on the Bambi windows, whereas the Caravel, that kind of whole window is going to open. Now, one other thing you're going to see different, you're not going to have a rock guard here in the front. You're going to also have a plastic molded box there for your batteries, and then a manual ton jack. Whereas on the Caravel, you're going to have the rock guards there, the metal box, and a electric ton jack. So I've moved to the inside of the Caravel, and a couple of things you're going to see that's different. You're going to have different cabinets. The upholstery here is also going to be different. This is more of a vinyl, where it's going to be kind of a cloth in the Bambi. And then you have the convection microwave that's also, so it's a convection oven, a microwave, and it's also an air fryer. You're going to have an upgraded stovetop here, and you're going to have a little bit nicer sink, and of course a nicer kind of residential faucet there. And then, of course, the port windows there that look really cool. Like I said, you'll see more light come through on the Bambi. Now, the bed is going to be the same, but the cabinetry above is going to be a little bit different. I think it's a little bit smaller. I've not measured that, but it seems to be just a tiny bit smaller on the Bambi. Same thing for the storage that's above the kitchen area there. You'll have that kind of classic Airstream sliding plexiglass door, and then you're gonna have the true ducted AC. So this isn't just ducted where your outlet is. It's also gonna be excuse me, ducted for the inlet as well, and that's gonna go up and then come back and go up again, and that just helps to create that 20% or so quietness versus the Bambi. So the Bambi is going to have a regular microwave, a different stovetop, smaller stovetop, a different sink faucet, and then different cabinets above. The bed's going to be the same size dinette, but you'll have a different cloth here. And then, of course, you'll see a different countertops in there as well. Now, you're still going to have a 12-volt TV, or 12-volt refrigerator. And there is a 12-volt TV here in the Caravel. You do have a different TV in the Bambi. Now, inside the Bambi, you can see the microwave there. Now, the stovetop is what you get in the base camp. It does shut. You've got a similar sink, but a different faucet there. And you can see that different window. It does allow a little bit more light. You've got different blinds above on both sides as well. And then you can see the different cabinets there. And it's a cabinet that, instead of sliding, it's just going to go up like so. And then, a tiny bit smaller here in the kitchen. I think the bed, the one over the bed there, is about the same. It looks like the kitchen is slightly smaller versus the Caravel. Now, 12-volt fridge, 12-volt TV. It is a different TV. I'm not sure if that's specific to the Bambi line. And then a different different tabletop there. They're both still Formica. It's just a different countertop. And then you're going to have this cloth, which is actually, I feel like it has a nice feel to it, but it is different. I'm going to suspect that this is probably a cheaper material or less expensive material than the vinyl they have. Now, the length of the beds are all the same. The storage that you get back there is going to be the same. You still get the panoramic window across the front there. That is the window that Airstream makes, but that window and that window is going to be a window that Airstream purchases, and it just has that small opening here at the bottom versus the near 90 degrees that you can get with the true Airstream window. Now, the bathroom is going to be essentially the same with the Bambi versus the Caravel. You do still get a porcelain toilet right there, same size shower as well. So your big difference is going to be as far as cost, is really going to be in that ducted AC. So this is going to have a traditional AC right there. It's what you see on the base camp, and in this sense, it's not ducted at all. So all of your air is going to come out of these openings here, and the inlet is going to be right there. And that's what you're going to hear, is that rush of air just blowing out, and that's what's going to be a little bit louder. So if a loud air conditioner is a problem, definitely something to think about in the Bambi if you're looking at a Bambi. But if you're used to it and you've been RVing before, then it's going to sound a lot like what you've heard in other RVs. The Caravel is going to be about 20% quieter, so that is something to think about. And if you've made it to this point of the video, I just want to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate everyone who watches, likes, comments below. Also, if you have any questions about Caravel or Bambi or any of those floor plans, feel free to reach out. All of my contact information is going to be below. And I'll also link some of the helpful resources that Airstream has themselves when it comes to the Bambi versus Caravel comparison. Again, thank you for watching. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. Other than that, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.